So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back once again to the show. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm making this video because, I've been talking to you guys for some time. I've been talking to you guys about purchasing gold for the last 2 years. Good 2 years. How's that? 24 to 26 months. I've been telling you guys, if you want to invest your money in something, invest it in gold. And I'm telling you, I've been telling you this for a good 26 months. I've been telling you this. And some of you, and I'm not a person that I'm here that I'm, telling you what you should do and what you should not do with your money. You do as you please with your money. But I know that I have been telling you for that long. If you want to invest, your money in something, invest it in gold. And that was 26 months ago. Uh, Subscribers that have been here in this channel for the last 2 years know that, and they'll say it. Juan has been saying buy gold for the last 2 years and months, and as of March 19th, 2025, the spot of price for an ounce of gold is at $3,063.90. Unbelievable but true. 4 years ago, for the last 4 years ago, I've been playing with gold, buying a kilo of gold for $48,000 when it was at 19 and change, 18.99, and I would sell it, buy it for 48 and sell it to make, $700, $1,000. Okay. I would invest that amount of money to make that small amount, but it was quick, quick. It was quick money. And fast forward to 2025, gold has jumped up in the price of the kilo. The spot price per kilo is $98,506. It's unbelievable. A kilo. They call it Troy ounces, and a kilo has a total of Troy ounces of 32.151. And you take it to the refinery will charge you a 1%, to refine your gold, and what's left is yours. That's your, what you have left of the weight of that kilo. But ladies and gentlemen, the reason that I'm making this video is because I want to give you a secret, because none of your favorite Muppet Boiler Room secondary grade watch market channels and dealers, your favorite channels, the ones that you guys support, and you guys give away your children's tuition to, and you maintain them so they can keep on living that fast lifestyle they live. They have been accustomed, living off your dime and your children's tuition money. But I'm stupid like that, and I'm gonna give you this information because I want to. I want to give it to you. Right now, all these Muppet Boiler Room secondary grade watch market dealers, what they're doing now is they're buying scrap gold watches, and they don't care how it is, working, not working, whatever it is. They're buying gold. I still don't believe that there is, to me, honestly, the way this is going, $3,063.90 an ounce of gold right now. And I've been telling you guys that I believe that gold is going to hit. I believe, this is just me, what I believe. Forget about, I'm not saying, that I'm an expert. What I believe, what I've been seeing for the last 5 years. El comportamiento, the way it's behaving gold. And I think it's going to hit $5,000 an ounce. I think so. I think there's something big happening behind doors in that big round table, and we don't know what's happening. I don't think there's no gold in Fort Knox. I don't know if that's the word, Fort Knox, whatever that is. But I don't know. But I don't think there's gold there, and I think it's speeding up. It's speeding up. And all these Muppet Boiler Room secondary grade watch market channels and dealers, they're concentrating on buying gold watches, from Central America, South America, wherever it should be, watches that nobody, because there's a lot of people out there, ladies and gentlemen, with all due respect, there's a lot of dumbskis out there. There's a lot of dumbskis, and they're not thinking about that they just could scrap that, that watch, melt it, and make more money than what it is. They're still thinking of the buying watches and reselling watches and dumping watches. No, 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 no. The trick now, Papa, is buying gold. Buying gold, whatever it is, because gold is going crazy. I'm telling you, I was paying for a kilo of gold $48,000, 4 years ago. And today is $98,000 to round it off an ounce. And I'm going to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, you got to get smart. You got to stop thinking about if I'm going to buy this Patek, if I'm going to buy this, Rolex, if I'm going to buy this AP. What you need to do is, stock up on gold. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm saying that this is my belief. These Muppet boiler rooms are not going to tell you what I'm telling you because they want to keep you, they're dumbing you down. You ever heard dumb down? They're dumb down, on you people. I don't want to get so serious, but they're dumbing down on you people. They don't want to tell you this, but I will. I will because I'm stupid like that. I told you a couple of days ago, for an example, I said, listen, there's a Rolex white gold Daytona. Oh, you're back. Okay, guys. So for a moment there, they put me in timeout. So I told you about a Rolex Daytona, white gold, with a gray Arabic dial. This watch is from 2010, fully white gold. So you understand where I'm going. And this watch has a retail price of $32,000. I had this watch. And I told you the other day to look into this watch. I gave you a subliminal message. Look into this watch. This watch has a total of 190 grams. Minus, you got to take out that movement. If you are going to use it as scrap and melt it. But in this case, you're not going to do that to that beautiful Rolex Daytona, with that gray Arabic dial. I would never advise you to do that. But so you understand me. Okay, it has 190 grams. And I tell you, don't pay for that watch more than $23,000. That watch has in gold $18,800. So that's a watch right there that basically you're being protected to the max just with gold. And if gold goes up to $5,000 an ounce, which I've been talking to a lot of people out there, and there's a big kaboom. There's a big kaboom coming to the United States of America, and things are going to be crazy. And gold is going to be one of the best commodities to have. That's just what I believe. I'm not no expert. I'm just telling you what I believe. And I told you about that watch. 190 grams it has. And you can pick it up for $23,000, right? And these people are looking for watches all over the place. Like, let's say they have out there a Bugatti, a big Bugatti. The casing of the Bugatti weighs like 300 grams. And people were selling that watch around for $6,000, $6,500, and they were just giving money away. So I'm trying to tell you, if you live anywhere in Central America, Costa Rica, Nicaragua, wherever, Chile, all these countries, there's watches out there that has a lot of gold, and these people don't know. They just, they're going to sell it to you as a watch, and there's a lot of money to be made. And I think you guys should look into that. You guys should look into that and become another dealer, like these Muppet Boiler Room secondary gray watch market dealers and channels. That's what they're doing. They're buying every single watch that's gold they can get their hands on. Not platinum, gold. White gold, yellow gold, rose gold. What? Buy gold. That's where the money is at right now. Buy gold. There's another watch This is another watch. It's a Rolex Yacht Master, yellow gold. This is an unbelievable Rolex Yacht Master. You know, it has 208 grams, 208.1 grams it has. Minus the ceramic bezel, you take 2 grams away, you have left over 206 grams. This watch has a retail price of $43,500. And I tell you, don't pay for the watch more than $28,000. You know? And you have in gold in that watch over $20,000. To be exactly, you have $20,302. Things are going fast, ladies and gentlemen, and I want you to get on the bus. I don't want the bus to pass by you guys, because the bus is gonna pass right by you. You know, it's unbelievable the price that gold is going. It's just jumping every day. It's jumping. It's jumping. It's just, you know, you have to know when to let it go. Many times I had a lot of, you know, ounces of gold, and I got kind of jumpy and etchy and, you know, and nervous, and I just sold it. If I would have kept it, I would have had, you know, mucho dinero. But I didn't know, and I got nervous, and Joaquin, you know, telling me, hey, we're partnering up on this, you know, let's let it go. But, you know, there it is, you know, from $48,000 a kilo to $98,000 a kilo. Let me give you another example. There's another watch, which is the Sky Dweller. The Sky Dweller, unbelievable Sky Dweller. It has 240 grams of gold. 240 grams of gold. White gold, you know, white gold. This is the dog with fleas, the Sky Dweller. You know, it has white gold with a cream white dial. Has a retail price of $50,900. And I've been telling you guys, don't pay more than $26,000 for that watch. You know, $26,000. You know how much you have in gold in that watch? You have $23,642. You know, so you're protecting your money. Right now, forget about thinking about that stainless steel 15500 Royal Oak. It's not, the game is not there. The game is in gold. They're not going to tell you this, but I will, because I'm stupid like that. I'm stupid like that. I'm going to keep on telling you. And those are the same people. Those people that are buying all the gold are the ones that you are maintaining, are the ones that you're giving thank you chats, super chats, Geneva, Watches and Wonder chats, you know, to go over there, you know. But I'm giving you what it is. I'm dropping knowledge to you guys, so you guys quit giving away your children's tuition money away to these hucksters and hoodwinks who have been fleecing you and flim-flamming you for many years, until, you know, Sweet Kid Kino decided to open up this channel. And we're here to help you. You know, we're here dropping knowledge on a daily basis. You know? You understand me? I could be right now scratching my my rear end in a corner of my house, but I'm here telling you this because, you know, there's people all over the world. Maybe someone is hearing me in Salvador, and they say, "Hey, man, let's stop buying gold because we can stop flipping it." That's right, you could, because right now the watch market is dead, and you got yo-yos thinking, "What watch should I invest in? What watch should I invest in?" Invest in gold. If you want to invest in something, invest in gold, because the watch market is dead. The watch market is dead. You know how I have been able to level out my losses in watches? You want to know how I have been able to level out my losses on watches? Buying gold and selling gold. That's right. You know? And there's a lot of Michiganers out there, you know, that keep on losing and keep on losing and keep on losing. And you know, they're just like skip hopping around through life like a rabbit. You understand me? And I got to keep on giving you knowledge. I'm telling you what you need to do. Wherever you're living at, if you live in Canada, if you live in Central America, South America, Europe, those Europeans, those people are unbelievable. They're buying everything they can get. You know, they're buying it. They're buying all the gold. Listen, the kaboom is coming our way. When we catch a cold in the United States, the rest of the world has una pulmonía. You know, when we catch a cold in the United States of America, the rest of the world has una pulmonía. I don't know how to say pulmonía. Pulmonía, you know? Somebody help me with that word, because you guys are very smart out there. Help me with the word. When we have a cold here in the States, the rest of the world has pneumonia. Okay, there it is. See, I didn't want to say pneumonia, you know? Y eso es así, papi. ¿Tú entendiste? Ustedes pónganse en pila. I cannot continue every day, you know, schooling you people. You know? These Michiganders fleece you and flim-flam you, and you guys are happy with the logo. You know? You guys are happy with the logo. And I'm telling you, what's going on? It's happening. It's happening right in front of our faces. Somebody has to tell you. Somebody. You know, all these people are going to tell you, I got this thing for you. I got this new thing going on, this new deal. Yeah, but they're all charging for the deal they're going to give you. I ain't charging you nothing. Thank you very much, Damon, for that super chat. Thank you very much. I believe it was Damon. Yes, thank you very much, Damon, for the super chat. So you guys got to get, you know, pónganse en pila. Right now is the time for you to, I told you 26 months ago, if there's any original subscribers from this channel, and you want to say, yes, Juan Nieves has been saying for 26 months, buy gold. But people, who are you? Who are you? Who made you the queen of the gold, the king of gold? Okay, I stopped because I don't want you guys to get offended. But look where I am right now. From 48, I'm going to keep on repeating it to you. From $48,000, I would buy a kilo. You know? 32.151 troy ounces. Remember the word, troy ounces. And today is $98,506. Because you guys are skip hopping around, you know who? With deputy boxing black eyes. And the worst fat bastard, you know, listening to them. You know, you guys are being entertained by, you know, Toupee Wigman, you know, and the other channel over there from, you know, Happy Feet, you know, over there, you know, keep on flim-flamming you. That's right. You know who's buying all the gold? They are. They are, while you guys stay stuck with the lollipop sucker in your hand. You know? But not at my time, it's not going to happen. I'm going to tell you. I'm going to voice it out and tell you what's happening out there. You understand me? I mean, I want you guys to understand me. You know, the white gold yacht master. The white gold yacht master is unbelievable. I've told you that yacht master you can buy for $26,000. $26,000. So many times. I don't think not one person has bought it. And your money's there protected. But you might say, well, man, it's 26 and I'm only going to get $20,000 in gold. Yeah, you got $20,000 in gold and you're wearing a beautiful watch in your hand. And if that thing hits $5,000 an ounce, you're in the money for real. Cha-ching. You don't care. You melt it. You scrap it out. You sell it. It's not nice to say for you to do that, you know? But it's what it is. Everybody is scrapping, you know, luxury watches. They're all hush-hush about it. They're all hush-hush. But I'm going to tell you because I'm stupid like that. I am stupid like that. All those channels that you're looking at, that they're still pushing you watches, what they're buying is gold watches. And you guys keep on thinking about the stainless steel watch. You know, stainless steel watch. Esos mierda, muchachos, no sean lambones. No sean lambones. You understand me when I'm trying to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, this thing is coming to America and is speeding up. And that new president that we have in the White House, you know, that new president, he already said, I don't care if we go into a recession. You know that? That new president says, we don't care. We don't care if we go into a recession. It's what it is. I don't want to get into politics, but it's what it is. And you guys are just skip hopping around through life like a rabbit, como lambones. You understand me? You guys son lambones. It's in front of your faces. But you know what happens? There's nobody like this channel. There is nobody like this channel that's going to do what I do for free. The rest that you watch, they do it with a condition. They do it with a condition to give you my logo. To give you my logo. You understand me? Somebody put my logo up there. Put my logo up there. Let's see. I double dare you. I triple dare you. You guys got to stop being misogynist. You guys got to stop being that. You guys want to hear this fantasy. You guys want to hear about the Lamborghini, about the Ferrari, about this, about that. The watch market is dead, ladies and gentlemen. It doesn't matter if it's modern, contemporary, vintage. It's dead. It's dead. There you go. Somebody gave me the logo. That's it. Show them that logo. That's what they want. That's what you guys want. And I'm giving you this information for free. For free. And then you go to that channel, you go see them. And you go to the other channel, you go see them. And hear this. And it's incredible. Mr. Charlie, can you please tell me what kind of movement this watch has? Thank you, Timmy, for the super chat. I'll tell you what movement it has. No sean lambones. La situación está jodida. There's no money. There's no money out there. Maybe you have a couple of dollars, but there's no money out there, papi. La situación está caótica, muchachos. No sean pendejos. Esto está malo. This is bad, ladies and gentlemen. Esto está color de hormiga. You know, this is the color of ants. You know, the color de hormiga, color of ants. Está picante, papi. Listen, what I'm doing, they say, this guy, man, this guy is squealing on us. I'm going to keep on squealing on you guys. Because you guys need to know. You guys need to know what's going on. You guys have to buy. I'm not saying that you should or I want you to do it. Think about buying gold. Think about it. This thing is at $3,060, man, $3.90. If you don't believe me, you Google it. If you don't believe me, you Google it. And I'm telling you, it was a 1850, 1900, and it hit 2000. You know, when it hit 2000, me and Joaquin to you, Kino to me, we got scared. We said, whoa, $2,000 an ounce. And today, I'm telling you again, it's at $3,063.90. Man, that is unbelievable, ladies and gentlemen. This is why I went to Costco. I told you this. Scouts honor. I told you this. Couple of, I don't know. Somebody will tell you from the show that I told you this. Go to Costco. They're letting you buy 4 little tablets of ounce. You know, at that moment, I think it was $2,700. $2,700. I went there to get some of them. They don't even exist no more. Because you guys are skip hopping around through life. You guys skip hopping around like a rabbit, you know? Like a rabbit with a lollipop in your mouth. Because you guys want to keep on hearing what movement it has. How many power reserve hours it has. Papi, no sean lambones. I've been telling you that all those watches wait until summer. You know, the end of July, you know, whatever. Let them suffer. August, it gets even deeper, you know. Logo, it'll get deeper. Make money. It's there for you to make money. It's a big world for you to make money now. telling me where should I invest and what should I invest in? Invest in a watch. Watch market is dead. Watch market is dead. No sean gilipollas. No sean gilipollas. Unbelievable. You tell them the logo. Show them the logo. That's it. I want to see here everybody put a logo there so I can see that you guys are in tune with me. Show me. Put there a whole line of logos like this. That's what you need to do. You know, I'm telling you what's going on. We're going to get the merchandise. I'm telling you we're going to get it like this. Unbelievable. Unbelievable, but true. Unbelievable. I know what I'm telling you. There you go. There it is. I love this. This is unbelievable. You guys are responding because you guys understand what's happening. If you look, most of you, I believe that a lot of you, I'm going to say most of you, that are in this channel, you guys are smart people, man. You guys have deep pockets. You guys live comfortable. You know, because a person that's looking into watches, man, for a reason or not, you know, son gente especial. They're special people, you know. But if you look into it, you're going to go, oh, man, the bus went right by me. I didn't get on it. And I told you, no, who are you? Who are you, Opus? Who are you, Opus? Opus was telling you the truth, but none of you listen. You tell them. You tell them, Damon. I've been telling them, but nobody wants to listen. You only want to listen to this, you know, wishy-washy, you know? I'm telling you, how many hour power reserve? What kind of rotor does it have? Is it gold? Papi, no comas mierda. You know, no comas mierda. Get back your children's tuition money that you have given away to these flim-flammers who have been fleecing you for so many years. Get it back. And they're so terrible because son una gonorrea. Son una gonorrea. They don't even tell you. Subscribers, is the moment for you to start looking into gold. I'm not saying buy, look into it. They won't tell you. Because son unos groseros, they're greedy bastards. Todo pa ellos, papi. It's all for them. And you guys get logo. Logo. That's what you get. I'm telling you. And they keep on getting you dizzy with this watch, with this model, what's coming out in Watches and Wonder, this Rolex, this AP, this Patek. Papi, watch market is dead. When I see people asking me a question, should I buy this watch? I go, cojones, están dormidos. Don't lie, because there's channels out there that just dedicate 4 hours on talking about a watch, dissecting a watch piece by piece, dissecting it. But there's not one live streamer is going to tell you, hey guys, the watch market is dead, and if you want to make some money, you know, look elsewhere while the watch market gets back up again. You know, they won't tell you none of that. They want to keep on giving you my logo. That's what they want to keep on giving you, and you guys are ready to give them the logo. You understand me? I mean, come on, guys. I was disgusted today. When I saw, I said, man, $3,063.90 an ounce. That's scary, man. When it was 2,000, listen to me, ladies and gentlemen. When it was at $2,000, this is for real, man. This is for real. I'm not going to laugh. This is for real. When it hit $2,000, I remember me and a couple of buds, a couple of gents, we got together and said, bro, this thing is going to hit $3,000. And you know how long it took to get to $3,000? It was like this. Like this. It ain't 3,000. It's over 3,000 already. So now we're talking about this thing is going to va a explotar, va a descojonar. Papi, there's no money out there, papa. Too many billions and billions of dollars have gotten lost in this country. Yuma, en la Yuma. You know what the Yuma is? Yuma, the United States of America. Too many billions. We don't know where they're at. There's people out there collecting money. They're 300 years old still collecting money. Social Security on your children's dime. And this, man, we need to get this money back in this country, Papa. We need to get it back. And to get it back is going to get time. It's going to take time. And gold is just going to go like that. Mira, para arriba, Papa. And they're talking about the Omega Snoopy. The Omega Snoopy. Vaya par carajo. And then they put in TV the rocket that was up there in space for, I don't know, a year. I don't know what happened. And then suddenly they pushed the button and parachutes and the guy was landing in the ocean. I don't know. Do you guys believe that? You know, did that really happen? Come on, help me out, please. I can't, I feel sometimes that I'm the king of being the Meshuggah. I mean, for real, ladies and gentlemen, you really think that that thing, I don't know, ¿cómo se llama eso? El cohete, the capsule, with 4 parachutes and the 4 guys like this. Unbelievable. What is going on with you Meshuggahs? This is the #1 channel in the world. We've been chosen by Fudinki as the #1 channel in the world. Unbelievable. I'm on fire. Unbelievable. I mean, I was watching that those rockets were coming down, with the 4 parachutes, and the guys were up there for, I don't know, 12 months, 11 months. I don't know. It was like they had an alternator. The alternator, is it called the alternator of a car? The alternator was broken, or the transmission was broken. This is unbelievable. Somebody help me. And I'm looking at this and I'm saying, do the masses of this country really believe this? Do the masses really believe this? While we're still hopping around through life like a rabbit, rabbit ears, like the Easter bunny. Unbelievable. Ladies and gentlemen, esto está jodido. All these rich people are going to become trillionaires. It's just an expression. They're going to become trillionaires now. Because they're just stocking up on gold, on Lucky Charms. Unbelievable. When I saw that rocket coming down, it looked like a fake 1960s, when they were talking, pop, and now the rocket's coming down, and the guy's floating in the air. It was in a backyard in Hollywood, in Hollywood, California. And people still believe that, I don't want to talk about that because, there's people out there that really believe that, they weren't all the way up there. But let's go back to the goal because it's a lost case, Somebody help me. Am I saying something that's crazy? Am I saying something that's crazy, guys? Come on. The truth, tell me. Look at that, $1,200 an ounce. Somebody was selling scrap gold. And he must have thought when he was selling scrap gold at $1,200 an ounce, he was, wow, man, this is crazy. I remember 1980, the ounce of gold hit $793 en el 1980. And we thought, wow, man, $800 an ounce. And then people right now are being, hey man, let's send the rocket back down, with the 4 parachutes opening up so they don't even look at what's happening with gold. Let's keep them busy with the supersonic, capsule coming down, that thing coming down too, and let's now keep them busy, distracted, let's keep their minds, the masses, distracted with this rocket that was up there stuck, I don't know. They said they pushed the button and they came back down, So you guys will notice the gold is just going crazy. This is like the gold rush, ladies and gentlemen. This is like the gold rush. The gold rush. The San Francisco 49ers, unbelievable. You guys cannot continue being this way. They're distracting you. They're distracting you with power reserves. They're distracting you with Snoopies. They're distracting you with a Pepsi. No coma mierda da Pepsi ni Pepsi. Logo. No coma mierda. And then those guys sitting in the chair, all four of them like this, sitting down, they're up there for 11 months like that. You gotta be asleep to believe these people, man. You gotta be asleep. You know how long we've been lied to? I mean, I'm not a tinfoil conspiracy theorist, but you don't have to be a conspiracy theorist to see that you're being dumbed down. We've been dumbed down for too many years. You know what dumbed down is? Dumbed down. Like the school education, they've been dumbed down. Unbelievable. What am I talking about, man? How did I get into this conversation with you guys? Are you guys enjoying this conversation or not? Come on. Just give me a logo sign. Give me a logo sign and I'm good. But ladies and gentlemen, I'm telling you, I'm telling you, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you no more because things are terrible out there. Eggs are costing like, I don't know. I think my wife bought a box of 18 eggs for $11. $11 the eggs, los huevos. No coman mierda. 11 pesos. $11 for 18 eggs. And if you go to New York in the city, and you go into the city, the people are selling their organic eggs at 24 bucks, 24, two dozen, I think it's like $22. It's crazy. And then they're distracting you with that rocket, with the 4 parachutes. Did you see the film on the way it falls in the water? I never seen such a thing in my life. I said, what is this, the Truman Show? Am I watching the Truman Show? Does anybody know what the Truman Show is? And if you don't know what the Truman Show is, you need to watch it. And if you don't know what the Truman Show is, you need to Google it. The Truman Show, which I believe that he should have won an Oscar for that movie. I'm not going to tell you his name. You Google it. But I believe the Truman Show has been trying to tell all of you out there, not me, because I already knew it. I'm too smart. I'm just telling you what it is, guys. I'm telling you. There's been, if you look, for many years, I've been watching that show. And if you ask me, which is the show that has been running in the United States of America since it started, I don't know, somewhere in the 80s it started. This show has never ended. And you know what show I'm talking about? If somebody puts the name of the show that I'm talking about, I'll go like this to you. Let me see who it is. Okay. The show that I'm talking about has been around forever and they never take it out. No, it's not SNL. It's not SNL. But you're pretty close. It's a cartoon. It's called The Simpsons. The Simpsons has been telling us for years what's happening around the world. If you want the real news, just look into that. Look at The Simpsons. But anyway, guys, I don't want to keep on talking about Simpsons. I want to talk about gold. Your job is to look into gold. You know it, Damon. You're a smart man. You're a brilliant mind, You're a wonderful man. But these people are still, they're waiting. They're waiting on these people to take off their socks without taking off their shoes. Ustedes son lambones. These people have been taking off your socks off without taking off your shoes for too long. You guys have MK Ultra, MK Ultra. You can't see no more. When I saw those, I gotta keep on saying it, guys. When I saw those 4 parachutes coming down with that little capsule thing, I said, wow, man, this is unbelievable. And I had a friend of mine, this is unbelievable. I had a friend of mine that called me up. This is unbelievable. This is a friend of mine, a chum of mine. And he says to me, hey, Juan, did you see that? The way that capsule came down with the 4 parachutes and landed in the water? And I looked at him like, wow. And I said, yeah, I did see it. And he was really into, he was telling me, man, this is unbelievable. Our country is unbelievable. The way we brought back that capsule from being up there and that station somewhere up there, all the way up there, they brought it down. Do you guys really, for real, all due respect, do you really believe that capsule came down for real? I don't know. Tell me. While I drink a little water. Tell me. Give me a sign. Unbelievable. That's correct. That's right. This man knows. Listen to what that gentleman just put down. Listen, guys, I really don't know how to tell you this, but, we're being fleeced, around the world. We're being fleeced. We're being flim-flammed. The whole world is fleecing us and flim-flamming us. And we're the lollipop suckers that keep on buying into their stories. This is the Truman Show. We are part of the Truman Show. Like chemtrail, those chemtrails. When I was a little kid living in New York in the Bronx, I would look up sometime always in April to the sky and I would see a rocket, man, a jet, and throwing smoke in the back. And as a little kid, I was watching this. A 9-year-old kid, 8-year-old kid watching, and I would ask my dad, I said, Dad, what does that plane throw so much of that smoke and all that stuff? My father, may he rest, his soul may rest, my father, unbelievable. I love my father. He can never give me an answer. He says, no, that's just the la turbina, the turbo throwing smoke out, And I was 9 years old. Today I'm 62 years old. And today I still see when I go to work and I go to the morning and I see the rockets passing over my house, throwing that white smoke, I think basically they're just, not you guys, me. I think they're killing me slowly, but this is what I believe in. Oh boy. Well, today's been special. So guys, I'm giving you the information that I believe that you guys need. I think you should use this, to your best. Look into gold. Look into any metals. Look into metals because that's where it's at. Look into metals, and that's right. That's where the logo is at. Unbelievable logo. But look into it and stop giving away your children's tuition to these Muppet Boiler Room secondary grade watch market channels. They ain't doing nothing for you. When I see a channel like this channel doing what I'm doing, I'm telling you, I'm out. I don't need to do no more. I need some of these channels who criticize this channel, which they're there, they're trying to flip, to this side, but they don't know how to do it, But once they start flipping, which they will, because, esto está jodido, papi. There's no money out there. The watch market is dead, exactly. The watch market is dead, so they're going to have to flip. And once they flip and they do what I do, I stand back, and then they have all my blueprints to do what I do, But they're still there. One day they'll say the watch market is dead. One day they say it's not dead. One day they'll tell you that the Patek Philippe Ellipse is the watch to get, They'll tell you the Patek Philippe Ellipse, dog with fleas. Dog with fleas. Those people that are selling those watches are selling gold. That's all, selling gold. Forget about the crash Cartier. It's a dog with fleas. Forget about it. Forget about the Power Reserve. Forget about the Snoopy. Forget about that. Forget about the Flamingo. Forget about the Miss Piggy. He's dead. He's dead. No sean lambones. No sean chuletas. No sean locas. No sean más locas. You cannot continue being the way you're acting. You guys are, I don't want to hear. A guy was asking me, what do you think about the FP Journ? Papi, no sea pendejo. FP Journ. You know what an FP Journ costs? Any FP Journ will cost you $80,000, $90,000, $60,000, $50,000. And a little thing like that. Take that money and buy a kilo of gold, man. I'm not telling you to do it. I'm not telling you to do it. But don't ask me those questions. Exactly, because they're a bunch of tomato cans. So uno gilipollas. I'm telling you, no, because now the Patek Philippe lips is the watch to buy. Get out of here. Get out of here. That's another mashugana. Another mashugana. You know how many of these people out there attacking you every day? Every day they're attacking you, and you guys fall for their jokes. Unbelievable. Ladies and gentlemen, let me just say this. And when I say this, I'm gonna go off the air. But I'm gonna tell you something. I saw something the other day. I'm a good friend, a friend in the live streaming. I go to his channel and I sometimes hear him talk. That's what I mean, a friend. I don't even know him personally. I did meet him one time, but I was amazed at the people that look at these live streams. And I saw something that I was talking to a friend of mine, and we were like, wow, is it that true? I said, dude, I can't believe it, but it's true. I'm talking about no other than listen and learn. Listen and learn. I'm talking about no other than the West Virginia One-Eye Whitaker. If you know who the West Virginia One-Eye Whitaker, that's good for you, because I'm already telling you his name. That's his name. I call him the West Virginia One-Eye Whitaker. And I was watching his channel. When I tell you this, I'm sure that many of you have seen it, but since I'm new to this, I'm really new to this stuff of this podcast, the podcast and this kind of stuff, being live. I'm like a movie star now. Unbelievable. But I was watching this West Virginia One-Eye Whitaker. And ladies and gentlemen, when I tell you this, you're not going to believe this. It is unbelievable. May God punish me. May God punish me if what I'm going to tell you now, it's a lie. It's 100% truth. It's but true, I saw a guy. Unbelievable. I was in total shock. I said, wow. I saw a guy give a super chat. If anybody guesses what I'm going to say, the amount that this man gave to this West Virginia One-Eye Whitaker, which I applaud him, because, man, he must be doing something. I mean, logo. I don't know, Does anybody know what I'm going to say? Nobody knows, right? I saw somebody give a super chat, thank you chat, Ruby chat. Guys, you're not going to believe this. No, you're not going to believe this. 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 I saw a guy give this guy said $10,000, right? And he's not far from it. He's not far. Just minus 9 of the 10. I saw a gentleman give $1,000. $1,000. I was in shock. If you don't believe me, you go to that channel, you look at it. $1,000. So what I'm trying to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, there's a lot of people out there that, they don't want to see nothing. They don't want to see nothing. They don't want to see nothing. Listen, props to my friend, my colleague, the West Virginia One-Eye Whitaker. Props to him. Respect to him. I was very happy. I never seen that in my life. It was so powerful that even he jumped up of joy. He even jumped up. I mean, I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. If you ask me, so Juan, what's the biggest thing you've seen? Man, I seen in this channel, I seen fives, tens, 20s, 50s, and the max $100, right? But I've never seen that. Have you guys seen more than $1,000? Have you guys seen more than $1,000 in those things, in those live streams? Tell me yes or no, because I want to know. You see, I'm not lying to you. I'm not lying to you guys. This man, Mike, the OG, is saying yes. And I'm here giving you all this knowledge. I'm grateful. You see, Damon? Damon gave me a super chat for $5. I'm going to be sleeping so happy tonight knowing that somebody appreciates, my channel. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. But it's what it is. I just want to let you know the society that we're living in, guys. Listen, guys, I really hope this helps you out, this information about gold. Don't be dodo birds, Don't be window lickers. Don't be crayon eaters. Don't be palmolive dish lickers. Don't be crumb bums. But exactly, Damon. There's crazy times, Papa. It's crazy times. There is crazy times. And what? 3,051 an ounce. Okay, I will. I'll make a video on the day for you. I will. I promise you guys. I hope this all helps you out, and you can just see things a little bit bigger, and and you get that salt water, that salt Miami Beach water out of your eyes, and that sand out of your eyes, so you can see better, And again, I just having you guys being here live with me, that makes me very, very, very happy. I really mean that from the bottom of my heart. It makes me really, really happy. When I do these live streams, like I've told you many, many times, to the ones that know it and to the ones that don't know it, I blow a lot of steam doing this because I have a lot of stress in what I do in my real profession and what I do in my job and what I work in, I have a lot of stress. So when I come in, I do this, I blow steam by telling you things that they are for real. I'm not a real good bullshit artist, so I don't practice a lot of the lying, but I am telling you things that you should look into. I'm not telling none of you that you should buy anything. I'm just telling you, look into it. All right, guys, look into it. Be smart. We're expecting a real big kaboom in this country. So hold on to your money. Hold on to your money tight. Forget about this. This is BS. This is BS. All right. Right now is BS. Look into getting some money, right, guys, and gold, right? Peace to all of you. I love all of you, man. Thank you very much, Ed. As always, thank you so much. Stay well. Stay safe.